statement made by Mr. Joseph Harmon, right, of the APNU AFC. And we note in the statement that Mr. Harmon has issued an ultimatum to GCOM, to the chairperson of GCOM and to GCOM as a whole, and asking for responses to their letters by Friday the 5th of June. We wish to express our concern and to state that GCOM is a constitutional body. And in the state of things today, at this final phase of the recount, we find it difficult to accept that a political party contested elections will want to issue an ultimatum to a constitutional body that enjoys independence from control of government or any other political party or organization in Guyana. Likewise, we want to express our concerns about the Guyana Police Force, because the Guyana Police Force, again, is another constitutional body that enjoys independence from control by any political party or any political forces in Guyana, including the political directorate. And the onus is on the police force to protect other constitutional bodies like GCOM. And it is unacceptable for GCOM to be issued with ultimatums by one of the contesting parties in the recently concluded national elections. As you know, we're in the final phase of this recount, and from our estimation, by Sunday, latest Monday, we will finish counting the votes from all 2,339 ballot boxes, and we're convinced, we're confident that the count of those ballot boxes will result in a true representation of the will of the people of Guyana, and the fact that the PPPC will, at the end of this exercise, be victorious, and the results will show that what we believe from since the end of voting on the 2nd of March, that we have won these elections by over 15,000 votes. The people of Guyana have voted for a PPPC government. And I'm saying that at the end of this recount process, that is what will be revealed, that the PPP is victorious. Again, we note the desperate attempts by the APNU AFC coalition with their frivolous allegations, and now an ultimatum to GCOM. We wish to remind the Guyanese people that both the Guyana Police Force and the Guyana Elections Commission are independent bodies, and they enjoy to date the respect of the people of Guyana. We note also, which is of concern, the list of 172 names that was submitted by the Guyana Police Force, and to date, many of the names on that list, from our investigation, we've proved that many of the people, contrary to what is reported, were in Guyana and remain in Guyana. Many of them would have voted on the 2nd of March, and they're still in Guyana. So again, we want to express our concern about the work of the Guyana Police Force as it pertains to, responding to the demands of a political organization, the APNU AFC, and submitting that list on the request from GCOM, And perhaps the police force would have been in a better position had they sought the advice of their legal advisors before submitting such a flawed list. Once again, be aware that this is the moment of desperation by the coalition. The coalition has lost these elections. The reason why we're having this recount is because we knew after voting on the 2nd of March, when the results start coming in by Tuesday, we knew by Tuesday that we won these elections. And the bad thing is that the coalition also knew that they lost this election, but they will like to communicate to otherwise to the Guyanese people. And beware of their lies, beware of the acts of desperation. And I want to recall where elements of the coalition, including Mr. Harmon, had previously mentioned that the joint services votes were in jeopardy because the ballots were unstamped. And you can recall that 2 days ago, only 2 days ago, the PRO of GCOM came right here and announced that there was just about 1,700 or 1,500 rejected ballots. And I want you to understand that unstamped ballots are just a small part of the rejected ballots. Over 8,300 joint services members voted as part of this election. And no way were they disenfranchised by unstamped ballots, because we do not have 8,000 unstamped ballots. We have less than 1,700 rejected ballots, and a small amount of those rejected ballots are unstamped ballots. The PPPC is committed to this process. We know that we're dealing with the human factor here. We know that there will be mistakes. And I want to give an example. At Plindora Primary School, they had 108 unstamped ballots. And 102 of those unstamped ballots were PPPC votes. We have not objected. We have not complained, because the regulations are clear. If the ballot is unstamped, it is rejected. It cannot be counted. And we have just nearby at Sophia Nursery School, where the APNU AFC was making a ruckus here during the counting for 61 ballots that were unstamped. The point I'm trying to make is that the PPPC is committed to this process, committed to seeing this recount process to the end. So far, and for the remainder of this recount process, we will continue not only to be committed, but to respect the rule of law. And we call upon other members, other organizations, especially Mr. Harmon and his coalition, to desist from issuing ultimatums to GCOM, to respect the rule of law and respect the work of GCOM. I think I want to stop here, and if there are any questions for me, just let me have your questions.
Out of the 175 persons that the immigration, the commissioner would have submitted.
172?
172.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them have come forward to your party? You said some of them have come forward.
Many of them are coming forward. I don't have a ballpark figure. I don't have a ballpark figure, but the last time I think I was given a figure, maybe sometime yesterday, and it was more than 20. And it's like every day a number of people are coming forward and presenting information to us that they are in Guyana and they were here for the elections and their name are on the list. And you know, there are some prominent figures too whose names are on the list.
Have you checked with your list, with what you have, to prove whether in fact that these are the exact same persons?
We are satisfied that those were the persons. However, what is important is for GCOM to take cognizance of the fact that people are coming forward, right? And for the Commissioner of Police, perhaps to reconsider the fact that a flawed list was submitted. It does not look good for the police. It does not augur well for the process, right, of this recount. GCOM accepting a flawed list, a list that has been discredited from the time it was submitted.
Have you submitted any of your concerns to GCOM?
GCOM is fully aware of our concerns because, as you know, GCOM is fully aware of our concerns. As you know, there are 3 commissioners representing the PPPC on the GCOM body. And it's through the work of those commissioners that the concerns are expressed. And they're doing the job, I can assure you.
Have you written to the chair?
I can assure you that the commissioners are doing their job. Perhaps when the commissioners come here, you can ask them specific questions. I'm just here to let you know and to assure you that whatever concerns we have is being expressed through our representatives on the commission.
In expressing concern over the ultimatum, as you put it, is that to say that the party does not trust the safeguards in place to protect GCOM?
Well, which party?
Your party.
The issue at hand is not whether or not we trust the safeguards in place to protect GCOM. The issue at hand is this political coalition, this political organization, APNU, AFC, as far as we're concerned, should not be issuing ultimatums to GCOM. GCOM is an independent body. If they have any concerns, any allegations, there's a recourse to the court. They should really be collating all their allegations and go before the court in the form of a petition. The court is best able to deal with all these allegations. Right?
In all fairness,
GCOM cannot investigate themselves.
In all fairness, sir, your party at the beginning of the recount process had raised a number of issues that the commission eventually consolidated into what they call a basket of issues that would guide the process forward. I'm saying that to say that the PPP did raise concerns with the commission. What I'm asking is, why express this concern given that there are so many safeguards to protect GCOM already in place? Or is it to say that you don't have faith in the constitutional provisions that's
The fact that we remain with the process tells you that we're committed and we have faith in the recount process. What we're saying is that no political party should be issuing ultimatums to GCOM. Let us all respect GCOM. If you're strong in terms of your list of concerns and allegations as to the process, compile it and go before the court. The law provides for that. That's all we're saying. And we ask that the Guyanese people be calm. Right? This is the final part of this process. This is a critical part of this process because you know at the end of the process it will result in some declaration as to the results. I ask the people to be calm and await the final declaration of the results through the hard work of GCOM and their staff, which is ongoing, and let us all respect the rule of law and respect the outcome of this process. Any further questions?
That's it.
Oh, okay.